welcome back to the Halloween special, my friends, and today we are looking at a very, very scary movie that my buddy Luke Ponto recommended that I talk about for this year's special. Thank you so much, my friend. Today we're looking at Sinister, a movie that in 2012 made one Scott Derrickson a household name. He wrote this movie along with C. Robert Cargill, and it stars the one and only Ethan Hawke as a true crime writer. His name is Ellison Oswald, and he's in a bit of a slump. He hasn't had a bestseller in more than 10 years or so, and he's becoming increasingly desperate for a hit. So, when he discovers the existence of a snuff film showing the deaths of a family, he vows to solve the mystery himself. To do this, he moves his own family into the victim's home and he gets to work. But when old found film footage and other clues hint at the presence of a supernatural force, Ellison learns that living in the house may have fatal consequences. And oh my god, yeah, fatal consequences for sure. I'm not actually going to get into the gruesome details of this video because just in case you've never seen Sinister, I'm gonna keep the details a little bit on the DL. Mainly because the first time I ever saw Sinister, I didn't know what the heck it was about. I didn't know the ramifications of what was going to happen. And this ending me up. And if you're a first-time watcher, it may you up as well. I don't know. But one thing I will say is this. I think Sinister is a modern horror classic. In big part due to Scott Derrickson's immaculate direction. This is a scary movie that has quite a bit of jumps in there. There's a lot of big jolts in the score. You may feel a little bit startled at a few points in this movie, especially the final frame. But it never really feels like Derrickson is oversaturating his movie, and it never really feels like he's relying on the jump scares too much to strike fear in his viewers. And that's something a lot of horror movies don't really get, is how to use the jump scares. Scott Derrickson had a phenomenal handle on it. Well, not to mention, this is some really beautiful camera work. I love the usage of reflections in various shots. What we see going on in the snuff films and in the found footage stuff on Ethan Hawke's glasses. Basically, it's telling the audience that what's scary is what the characters are seeing. Not necessarily what we're seeing. And it's all about what the director chooses to show you. There's some pretty gruesome detail in some of these big murders, like the pool house murders, the barbecue. If you know about Sinister, you know about the barbecue, man. Oh my god. And there are some details that Derrickson chooses to leave out of sight and out of mind. There are some details where we don't exactly know what the end result even looks like in terms of what happens with these kills, how these characters even look after they pass. And leaving it up to our imagination, that's freaky as hell. Obviously, Sinister is a technical masterclass, but I really don't think this movie would have worked as well without Ethan Hawke. He is really on top of his game here in Sinister. This is a very, very paranoid performance. And Ethan Hawke's attention to detail, every single look that he gives is at a specific point where he thinks something is coming from. And yet this doesn't really feel like a rehearsed performance. It really does feel like someone who's caught in a really, really scary situation. And once he figures out that he can't really solve this crime himself, he wants to take his family out of it. And it's a really, really emotional scene here where he takes the old school video camera and he burns it. And he tells his wife, listen, take the kids, get out of here. These are some of the classic scary movie outbursts, in my personal opinion. Ethan Hawke has to be absolutely commended for his work on this movie because it's second to none. But then again, you also have some of that stuff for the mainstream horror movie fan in here. Like Mr. Boogie himself. And the look of this thing and the design is just so frightening. Look at this face here. And then you'll see him in your nightmares in a few hours. I mean, gosh, guys, there is just so many, it's too many to count. Scott Derrickson, I feel like, did everything right with Sinister. A lot of people say this is the movie that got him the job directing Doctor Strange back in 2016, and wouldn't really surprise me if that was in fact the case. I mean, my only real issue with Sinister, really thinking about it, and this is just a nitpick here, guys. It's the teeniest, tiniest of nitpicks. I love this movie, but I wish it were a little bit longer. I think it could have spent a little bit more time with these characters, maybe about 10 to 15 more minutes. But besides that, I mean, this is a movie that will just get to your head. There's some imagery in Sinister that I'm never really going to forget as long as I live. If you're looking for a great scary movie while you're hanging out with your friends, if you're looking to just shove popcorn in your face and you're looking to just jump out of your chairs, Sinister may be the one for you this spooky season. I highly recommend you go back and rewatch it. It's 10 years old. Holy crap, it's 10 years old now. That's just hitting me, guys. But Sinister is absolutely going to get an A. If you've never seen this movie, oh my god, have you been missing out. But let me know what you thought of Sinister down in the comments section below. Is this your favorite Scott Derrickson project? I personally, I feel like I prefer The Black Phone over this movie the more and more I think about it, and the more I rewatch The Black Phone. Both carry very impressive Ethan Hawke performances as well. But guys, I love discussing all brand new things in movies and entertainment here on the regular, so this channel may be the one for you if you guys are looking to discuss those topics. So do consider smashing that subscribe button, hit that notification bell right next door so that way you don't miss a second more of the action. And please don't hesitate to hit that thumbs up button, that would be a solid favor, my friends. Stay tuned for more exciting content hitting this channel shortly. Do not forget, I will be catching Amsterdam within these next couple of days, if not tonight. I'm very excited to announce my next entry in the Halloween special is another big scary classic. It's a cult phenomenon. We're going to look at the original Evil Dead movie directed by Sam Raimi. That's going to be a lot of fun, guys, and I cannot wait to have more fun with you guys down the line. Y'all are the best. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for your support. And with all that being said, back talk commence!